everyone, and welcome to my WWE Clash at the Castle 2024 predictions video. This is the first Dork side of the ring content I've done in a while. Had a lot going on in life, some serious life changes. Uh, got sober, got a job, moved into a much nicer place. So all that's been keeping me pretty busy. But I did want to start trying to make some content for this channel. Most of my followers found me through Nerd Fights, which we simul stream to not only this channel, but to where most people know me from, and that is the Salty Trekker channel, where we do nerd fights. But Salty Trekker is not a wrestling fan. So I thought I would, brush the dust off the dork side of the ring and try to do some content for you guys. So let's get into it. I just finished watching SmackDown, the go home show for Clash at the Castle. And I'd watched the Clash at the Castle countdown. I wanted to kind of see how the audience over in Scotland was going to react to certain people, to see if it really would make the same kind of difference, say back in the late '90s when Bret Hart was hated and a massive heel in the United States, but was a beloved babyface pretty much everywhere else. Wanted to see what kind of reactions Drew McIntyre got, and Piper Niven, of course, and the Alba Fire and Isla Dawn reactions as well. As I honestly don't know too much about the two of them because I don't watch a lot of NXT. So let's run down the card real quick. Something I really do like about WWE since Triple H has taken over is that these PLEs, formerly known as pay-per-views, have gotten uh, way better. And we don't stuff them with too many matches. We don't make them go, too much longer than the normal 3 hours. They've been hanging right around the 3 hour mark, except for the big ones. Like WrestleMania used to be 8 hours, so they finally split that up into 2 days, thankfully. But yeah, so let's go down the card. We've got let's start with the women's tag team championship triple threat match. Since I'd already mentioned Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, they are going to be competing essentially on their home turf against the team of Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark and the women's tag team champions Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Uh, the next match on the card is the WWE Women's Championship match, where Bayley will be defending her title against another hometown hero of Scotland, Piper Niven. She did get a pretty good response at the kickoff event that the WWE aired on YouTube, but they love Bayley over there. Uh, they really want her to be their girl. So that one, I don't think so much uh, is going to be impacted. The decision of that match, I don't think is going to be too much impacted by it being her home turf. The next match is the Intercontinental Championship match between champion Sami Zayn and challenger Chad Gable. Then we also have the I Quit match for the WWE Championship, where the champion Cody Rhodes will defend against AJ Styles. Um, and the final match, also a title match. I like this. I like that, you know, we only have 5 matches. They're all title matches. They've all been built to very well. And 3 of them include people who are from Scotland. And just like this match, Damian Priest, the World Heavyweight Champion, defending against Drew McIntyre, who is not only from Scotland, but he's the first Scottish born WWE champion they ever had. So let's get into my predictions, shall we? Don't want to make this video too long, short and sweet. I might be doing a watch along with some friends but it won't be on my channel. If I do, it'll be on their channel, but I'll tweet it out or exit out. It's so stupid. Uh, if people want to catch our watch along and our live reactions to the show. Um, so yeah, so let's start with. Well, I'll go in the order that I named the matches. I have no idea what order the matches will be in, which is fine. So we've got the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship Triple Threat match. Um, I think with Zoe Stark and Alba Fire, I'm sorry, with Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, rather, being in their hometown, I think they're going to get a bit of a shine. They did pick up a victory on Raw, I do believe. Uh, so, um, but I don't think they're going over. I don't think it's the right time, anywhere near the right time, to take the titles off. Basically, what's the female mega powers of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Um, I think that Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark are there to take the pinfall uh, because the Alba Fire and Isla Dawn team are from Scotland. Um, I think that could factor in. So I don't believe they're going to get pinned. I think it's going to be more than likely Zoe Stark that takes the pinfall. Uh, but regardless, I believe that Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are going to retain those titles, and a match I am actually looking forward to. Uh, the next match, the WWE Women's Championship match, Bailey versus Piper Niven. Um, I don't think has enough of a build to do a title change. I think Piper's just going to have to be happy enough getting to wrestle for the title in front of her hometown, in front of her family, in front of her friends. But I don't think she's going to be able to pull off the victory. I don't think she's going to get the title off of Bailey. I think that Bailey's going to retain her title. Let's see. The next match is the Intercontinental Championship match between Sami Zayn and Chad Gable. I know Chad Gable just re-signed with WWE, and he's been doing some amazing heel work right now. And I actually think this probably I'm not sure. I haven't seen anybody else's predictions yet, um, but I actually think Chad's going to pull it off. I think they're going to use that to further along the storyline with Otis. I think we'll get an eventual face turn from Otis. I'm not sure if we're going to get it at this PLE event. Um, but I do think somehow through some type of heelish, underhanded tactics that Chad Gable's going to pull an upset victory here, become the Intercontinental Champion, and that'll lead to a program with Otis where Otis might finally get some of the respect he deserves because they really did him dirty with that Money in the Bank contract. Um, and I think that down the line, Otis will become an Intercontinental Champion when he defeats Chad Gable. After Chad Gable has, a few months of the title. Uh, Now, I could be wrong. I mean, it is pro wrestling. At the end of the day, uh, this isn't a contest of we all know it's predetermined, and that at the end of the day, Triple H is going to pick the winner and typically do whatever he feels is best for the storyline. Um, and I know some people don't want to see uh, the Intercontinental title kind of hot potatoed after Gunther had it for so long. But I don't think it's going to hurt the title. I think Chad is doing some of his best work ever in WWE, and I think it's long overdue for him to be rewarded for that hard work and get the Intercontinental Championship. And I think it will better serve the storyline and help build. Otis. Uh, People love Otis, man. It's crazy. Uh, fellow Chubster out there. So I really loved his storyline with Mandy Rose, and I was genuinely bummed when they did him as dirty as they did over the Money in the Bank briefcase. So yeah, so Chad Gable is my prediction to go over and become your new Intercontinental Champion. The next match is the WWE Championship I Quit match. Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. Now, everybody who knows me from my wrestling opinions knows I am a huge, huge Cody Rhodes fan. Love Cody Rhodes. Love. I loved the 2 year story with the Bloodline. Some of the best long term storytelling WWE has ever done. And before I saw the countdown, I would have said Cody Rhodes hands down. However, Cody Rhodes says his mom's going to be there, or that his mom is there. They're already there in Scotland, and he brought his mother. And I'm getting like, there was that time, I can't remember, it was back in the 90s. There was an I Quit match where somebody took a pre-recorded, somebody doing a promo had said, I'm going to make my opponent say the words I quit. And then they used that sound bite in the match to trick everyone into thinking that someone quit. And I cannot remember that match. If you guys remember watching this, please leave it in the comments section below. Um, I really can't remember um, what match it was. But another I Quit match I remember was when uh, I believe it was Owen uh, pretended to care about Brett and threw the towel in for an I Quit match. I believe it was Bret Hart versus Bob Backlund, but I've done a lot of brain damage over the years. I had a really bad raging alcoholic stint for 4 of those years. Killed a lot of brain cells that are never going to come back, and I've probably forgotten more about wrestling than most of the viewers I have. Uh, no, but I'm pretty sure it was a title match between Bob Backlund and Bret Hart. That was an I Quit match where Bret lost his title. I'm almost 90% sure that's what happened to Bob Backlund because Owen was pretending to care for his brother, and I love my brother, and I believe Helen and Stu were in the crowd, and Owen rather was pleading with his mother about throwing in the towel, and then they throw in the towel, and it ended up being a big giant swerve. Owen just did it to screw over Bret, so he would drop the title to Bob Backlund. And I think something like that is going to happen. I think that now I don't. So I see there's like one or two possibilities. They could do the whole like what Judgment Day did to Edge, where they used Edge's wife against him to make him say "I quit," so they wouldn't hurt his wife, which they ended up doing anyway. So I could see it going like that, but I don't think Mama Rhodes is going to want to get that involved where she's actually put in any type of peril to make Cody say I quit. I think what's more realistic is that something's going to happen, maybe some OC interference or maybe not, but something's going to happen where Mama Rhodes is going to throw in the towel uh, for Cody, costing Cody the championship, and that way he can win it back before SummerSlam, maybe even at SummerSlam. Get a trilogy match get a trilogy out of AJ Styles, have a rubber match, beat AJ Styles uh, definitively in some kind of big blow off, maybe a Hell in a Cell or something like that, where Cody becomes a 2 time WWE champion and we get on the road to the next one. So this is going to be a very unpopular opinion, and I won't be mad if I get this prediction wrong, but I'm actually going to predict AJ Styles is going to go over through some type of shady tactics or his mother throwing in the towel. Takes us to the final match of the card, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the main event, and that's Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. And I'm probably going to go with the obvious choice here. I do think Drew is going to win. I think I mean, unless CM Punk shows up and costs Drew the title, but even that I don't see. Punk's not been advertised. Maybe they want to keep him a secret. That's fine. Maybe he shows up and in a weird turn of events somehow helps Drew McIntyre win, either on purpose or inadvertently, to kind of start to set up their feud, to put Punk in a title picture feud. So, I'm not going to double down on the CM Punk thing. I'm not going to make that part of my prediction or my bonus points, as I've said on other watch alongs that I've done with ETEP on his channel. But I think Drew's going to win. He's going to get that big hometown heroes welcome at the beginning. He's going to get the big hometown hero victory pop at the end, and he's going to get that moment that he was robbed of when he won the title from Brock Lesnar during the COVID era. Uh, so, so I think Drew McIntyre is going to go over, win the World Heavyweight Championship, which I think is going to cause Judgment Day to finally turn on Damian Priest, so he can become a babyface. Again, could be wrong. Wouldn't even be mad at being wrong with either of those two men's title matches, the World and the WWE title. But these are my predictions, and I'm sticking to them. So, real quick recap rundown again. I believe that Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill will retain in their women's tag team championship match. I believe that Bailey will retain in the WWE Women's Championship match. I believe that Chad Gable is going to go over and he's going to take the title from Sami Zayn. I think AJ Styles is going to, and God, I can't believe I'm saying this. It kills me to say it, but I do think AJ Styles is going to go over Cody Rhodes to get the title, um, to set up a rubber match with a big payoff and what'll probably be an amazing third match in their trilogy. And I think Drew McIntyre is going to go over. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's just try to keep it nice. Uh, you know, uh, no name calling or anything like that. But tell me why you think I'm wrong. Don't just say you're stupid, you're wrong. Say you're wrong, and here's why I think you're wrong. Um, or if you want to be like, hey, you know what, Dork Knight, I agree with you. I think so and so is going to go over. I just don't think it's going to happen the way you said, but blah blah blah, things like that. So I'd love to see what you guys think. Um, I am going to do my best to put out more content, especially more dork side of the ring wrestling content for you guys. I appreciate all over 400 of you who have subscribed to the channel. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please, turn that subscribe button from red to gray. If you want to get notifications, I'm actually not a bad account to get those on because uh, I do 2 live streams a week and don't really post a lot of videos, but I'm hoping to change that. So you won't get inundated with a ton of notifications if you click the bell for notifications. But yeah, let's talk some wrestling. Check out some of my other wrestling videos. And uh, yeah, love to hear what you guys think. Thanks so much for checking out my video, and I'll see you guys next time.